Good morning. Wait a few moments here. All right. Good morning. It's day 4, so welcome. And we're going to start seated once again. So just making yourself comfortable on your mat or in your chair, seated up in bed, wherever you find yourself. Okay. And we're going to start with a similar mudra today that we use in the kriya. And so what I'd like you to do is take your left palm and place your right palm in it. So you're kind of cradling your right palm, okay? And you're just going to place that into your lap, and you can let those thumbs touch like we do in the kriya that we've been practicing. The kriya for that nervous system resilience and that resilient heart, okay, that digestion we've been working on at the same time that we're filling our body with energy, right? That's what that beautiful kriya is all about. All right, so we're gonna find that nice stable base. So seat it up nice and tall. If it feels good to close your eyes down, you can go ahead and close your eyes down. We're just gonna arrive in the space. So feeling those sits bones either on the ground or in your chair. Stacking those vertebrae one on top of the other, that nice neutral pelvic bowl. You're going to lengthen all the way to the very crown of your head. Okay, and then light tuck of the chin to the back of the neck. It's nice and long, and then just begin connecting to your breath without changing, just arriving, just noticing. On an exhale, let those shoulders drop, creating space through that neck. And on an exhale, let that jaw soften. Connect to that third eye point. Bring your mind inward. And just for a moment here, I would like for you to notice your state. Notice what is moving through you, what your energy feels like. And then stop before you overlay a story. Just notice where your energy is. Notice where your mind wants to be, where it's trying to go. And then just gently redirect yourself back into the body. Noticing as you bring your attention to the breath, if the quality of that breath naturally changes on its own. Softening that jaw, softening those shoulders. Relaxing into this moment right here with nothing to change, nothing to fix. Beautiful job. All right. So if you like to open those eyes for just a moment, we're going to sweep through your field with those hands. Now, as much range of motion as you have, you're going to inhale those hands up. You're going to prayer pose at the top. So bring those palms together, and then you're going to pull those hands down to center. All right, so right there in front of your chest. Okay, so if you want to close the eyes down again, if that feels good, again, nice and grounded, you're going to inhale, and I want you to imagine that you could inhale all of your energy right back into yourself, right back into those hands. You could pull that energy back to yourself. As you exhale, you're bringing that energy right down the center line, right into your heart space. Okay, so moving at your pace, inhaling, and then drawing that energy right into your heart space on the exhale. Inhaling. Pull that energy home to yourself. Exhaling it right into center. Do one more time. Really feel through your space as you move those hands through your field. And then just pausing those hands right at heart space. Lifted chest, relaxed shoulders, relaxed jaw. Soften into this moment, soften into this experience. Setting the intention to stay present with yourself without changing, without fixing. Allowing the body to move and process energy, and letting the mind relax, right? No stories, no meaning, no analysis. And when we find ourselves doing that, we come right back to the moment. All right, so we are going to start with cat-cows, and then we're going to do our spinal twists again today, and then we're going to get into the mudra, okay? All right, so we're going to come into our cat-cow position, tabletop, and you're going to stack hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And I'm going to give us a couple of minutes to move here today. So again, what I'd like for you to do is, first of all, connect to that spinal column, all right, as you're moving. Sense into it, feel into it, allow it to wake up, moving energy up and down the central column, okay? Closing the eyes down and finding third eye gaze, if that works for you, if it feels good. Drawing the energy up from the pelvic floor, all right? Starting out nice and slow. You're going to inhale into cow, let the belly drop, head comes back. You're going to exhale into cat, let that belly drive up towards your spine. All right, and again, just noticing what your body feels like today, what your spine feels like today, and then come back into the body. Don't start assigning a story. Just letting the body begin to move with the breath. Relaxing the jaw. Keeping that focus at your third eye, drawing that energy lightly up from the pelvic floor, squeezing that belly button into the spine as you exhale into cat. All right, that spine is waking up. And if you feel like your body is ready, if you feel like your body would like to add a little bit of speed here, to see what it feels like Just start sensing into the suppleness of your spine. Maybe it's a little bit more of a shallow arch and extension, but we're breathing here, charging that spine with energy. We're clearing, releasing, digesting. Noticing what wants to move, what wants to shift. Stay with your body, stay with yourself. Almost there. Keep drawing that energy up the spine. Let the body move the energy. Keep calling the mind back to the body. And we'll take one final inhale into cow. You're going to hold, draw up from the pelvic floor, pull back at your belly button. Feel that energy rise. Exhale, release back into child's pose. You're going to let those hands slide forward. You're going to let the head come all the way down. And if that's not comfortable, a mat, a pillow, a bolster, whatever you need to bring the earth up into your head so you can relax that forehead all the way down. I want you to send that breath into any tight spaces, into any spaces that are asking for your attention rather than running from those. See if you can breathe into those spaces. If you're feeling some movement or some tension in your low back, maybe in your hips, just wherever you're feeling it, just send that breath. And let that exhale be a softening. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come into our seated easy pose again, all right? And we're going to do those spinal twists. So again, it's this idea we're opening up through this column, we're opening up through the heart space, creating space, right? We create space so that the new can come into our life, right? We release with the exhale, and it's this symbolic idea of if we release, that inhale naturally comes to us. We don't have to fight for it. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to work. It's this beautiful idea that, you as a part of nature are here and you belong here and you're going to be gifted all the things. You just need to clear the space and allow those things to come into you. Okay? So again, if those hands here works for you, you're going to lift that chest, be nice and open. Shoulders aren't shrugged up, okay? They're dropped down, okay? And that chest is proud. Now, before you start moving, you want to get nice and strong through the base, okay? So find those sits bones, find your belly button, okay? And create yourself a strong, stable, secure, base. And so what you're going to do there is kind of draw that belly button back towards your spine, draw lightly up at the pelvic floor. You're strong now, okay? You're going to inhale to the left. You're going to exhale to the right. You're going to keep that chest open. We're going to move for about a minute and a half here. So find your rhythm with your breath. You can close the eyes down and find that third eye gaze if that works for you. And just staying in the movement, but noticing, as you start working here, maybe this twist is a little uncomfortable. Noticing what kind of thoughts want to pop up for you. When you start meeting a little bit of some physical resistance. And then without getting lost in that story, come back to the body, come back to your breath. Send that energy up and out with that powerful exhale through the nose. Taking one final inhale to center hold. You're going to lift, pull up from the pelvic floor, pull back at your belly button, feel that energy rise. Exhale when you need to. Shake that out. Beautiful job. Finding your pointer finger and thumb. Gyan mudra, mudra of wisdom and expansion. Sit up nice and tall. Find the crown of your head. Let your head float. Connect to your energy here. Noticing again your state. Where are you now? What is your energy now? Beautiful job. All right, we're going to get into this kriya today. And again, you're learning it, you're knowing it, and each time we practice, you're going to have a different experience. And that's a piece of the beautiful thing about practicing a kriya for a period of time, is that we can deepen into it. Our system can learn it, can integrate it, right? And so I'll get us started, and then just go into the pose, go into the experience, and keep calling yourself back there, right? We'll lose it. We'll lose third eye connection. We'll lose pelvic floor connection. Our brains do this. Just keep coming back. Keep coming back. That's the practice. All right. So we're going to interlace those fingers, connect those thumbs. You're going to place that mudra in your lap. You're going to sit up nice and tall, right? God and me and God are one. You choose what you need to for God. If that doesn't work for you, divine light, source, all those things are perfect, okay? All right, you're going to connect to that pelvic floor, draw up, pull back at your belly button, strong, strong, strong. That is the most strength you've got there in that base. All right, closing the eyes down, third eye focus. God and me and God are one. 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 Last one. God and me and God are one. Take an inhale, hold at the top. Full, complete exhale. Beautiful. Taking just a moment here, connect those fingers, Gyan Mudra, pointer finger and thumb. Let that chest be proud, let the shoulders drop, let that jaw relax. Just be in your energy, connected, open. Beautiful. All right, this next one. Again, be in the experience. This one, you can start to feel some energy moving, right? Up and into the heart, perhaps. Maybe up and into the throat. Be with yourself again as the movement gets difficult, and it does as we lengthen the time. Notice what happens for you when it gets difficult, okay? Stay in that place of observation. Stay with yourself, take breaks if you need to, right? We're not talking about force or, any sort of extreme pushing, but just notice, all right? Okay, so Gyan Mudra still. You're gonna breathe in, you're gonna let that ribcage expand at the top. Keep that ribcage as lifted as you can on the exhale. At the exhale bottom, you're gonna hold that exhale out. And remember, this is the one where we're pulling the belly in. It's like this, pump, 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 okay? As many as you can. And then you take your next inhale, all right? We're going for about 2 minutes on everything today. All right, so relaxed. You're gonna find that third eye focus if that's for you. Find that pelvic floor engagement, not drawing up hard, but find it, just find that connection. All right, taking your inhale. Let that rib cage expand on the exhale. See if you can keep that expanded rib cage. And at the bottom of your exhale, hold out. And then start drawing that navel back towards your spine. Pump, pump, pump. Imagine that navel pump can send that fiery energy up and into your heart, on into your throat, on into that third eye. You're moving that energy up. Keeping the jaw relaxed as you work, finding that space between effort and ease. What does that mean for you? What does that feel like? The body is working, but the mind is relaxed into trust. Take one final inhale here. And complete exhale, just relax. Just relax. Connect to your energy now, notice. You are a powerful mover and shifter of energy. All it takes is our conscious mind. All right, so last one. You're gonna take that left hand, opening up through the chest is the idea, okay? Take that left hand behind you and thinking to reach that left hand towards the right shoulder blade, all right? Careful of your shoulder, okay? Opening up through that chest, okay? So this one, we're gonna take that inhale, complete exhale at the bottom, hold the exhale out. No stomach pumping, hold the exhale out, draw everything up that spine, okay? That spine is open now, that energy is moving, that navel pump has fired, and you're gonna draw that energy and see if you can just intentionally send it up and all the way through the crown of your head. All right, right hand is in Gyan Mudra, left hand is behind, reaching for that right shoulder blade. Third eye focus, inhaling fully. Exhaling completely. Holding out at the bottom. Everything draws up. Draw up with that pelvic floor. Draw up with that belly button. Keep that heart space lifted. Hold it out as long as you can, pulling up, and when you need to, take your next inhale. Be with your experience. What is happening for you in this moment? Taking a final inhale. Exhale, release that arm, shake it out if you need to. And we'll take our final moment to integrate, to meditate inward. Connect both fingers, okay? Finger and thumb, sorry, both hands. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen through the spine, find the crown of your head. Allow the breath. Don't control the breath, allow the breath. Notice the breath. Notice how your breath, the quality of your breath may have changed since the beginning of the practice. Notice how the quality of your mood or state or energy has maybe shifted. Even just the tiniest little bit. Allowing that heart to come online. The truest voice that you hear, right? Feeding that part of yourself with these practices, building relationship with that part of yourself. Beautiful. Happy Thursday. I'm so proud of you. We're going to keep moving forward. and just experiencing. And this is the work. This is the journey. You're on it. You're doing it. This is it. All right. So we're going to take those hands into prayer pose. We'll take a few breaths into that center point of you, that center line of you. Drawing yourself back here anytime you need to. All right, and we're tuning out with one long satnam. So we'll take an inhale. Satnam, my friends, it is truly an honor, and I am very blessed and grateful to be on this journey with you. And I will see you tomorrow. Let me know if you need anything.